Hey, it's Laura with Nelson Farms, and today we're going to answer the $1,000,000 question about bacon. What is the best way to cook it? We're going to compare today and figure it out.
We cooked 1 whole pack of Nature's Promise nitrite-free bacon. We just cut it in half. We're going to put half of that bacon in this pot. And we're going to keep it stirred up good so that it doesn't burn. There, now it's getting brown. The bacon is finished. There's the leftover grease, which we'll save, and there's the well done bacon. Looks good.
This is the bacon from the pot on the stove. So we have a test when we eat bacon, and if it cracks right in half easily, then that's perfect. So let's see if it cracks right in half without like being gummy. It did. That means this one is good to go. This one doesn't look quite as well done, so let's see. It did. Y'all, I think we have a winner. Okay, but first, we're gonna go back to the oven bacon and see how it turned out. Okay, so cooking with the pot on the stove, the pros and cons. The pros, it was not messy at all. There was no bacon splatter anywhere. So mess up is gonna be minimal. The bottom of the pan, let me show you, or the pot, I'll soak that for a few minutes and it'll be fine. So mess up good. The other thing I like about this is the bacon grease is gonna be super easy to save. Literally, I can just pour it from here into a container and then we get some bacon grease. So there's another pro. The only con that I really saw, well, let me say one more pro first. You saw that the bacon crisped right in half. So I like how it turned out. The only con I saw was that the bacon did tend to like curl up on itself. So I had to kind of manually lay the bacon out and make sure it kind of laid flat so that it would cook completely. And that's our preference. Like, we have to have everybody the bacon cooked really well. So that's our preference. If you don't care really about that and you don't mind that like curled up bacon that's maybe not as done in some parts of the bacon, you would be fine with that. But if you do it in the pot, you're gonna have to really make sure that you lay the bacon out so that it cooks evenly. Overall though, I'd give this a win. I'm definitely gonna do this again.
Now let's put some bacon in the oven. I got it laid out here on some aluminum foil, and we're just gonna bake it for about 30 minutes at 375. I initially laid this bacon straight on the aluminum foil, but I could tell that it was not gonna get crispy like that. So I elevated it up off of the pan so that it wouldn't be like sitting in its grease. So do make a note of that.
I will say cooking in the oven was also easy. It was less smelly, I guess, because it was in the oven. But I did have to pull it out like halfway through and elevate it up out of its grease because it wasn't getting hard. It was just like cooking in its grease. So I elevated it up a little bit and then it seemed to cook a little bit better. So far, I would say they're equal in terms of which one I would prefer, but we're gonna see if they taste different and then make our final decision. Looks wise, I mean, the ones that were in the oven are flatter. To me, they look neater versus the ones on the stove and the pot. They're the more like curly ones. So we tested the bacons. This was the one in the oven. This was the one on the stove. We all agreed that the one on the stove tasted better. We can't really say why it was better, but it was clearly, it just had a better taste. So we're gonna go with our winner is cooking it on a pot on the stove. We hope that was helpful. We'll see y'all next time.